Hello guys, thanks for tuning in here with Trading for Everyone. In today's video we're going to be analyzing what happened to natural gas during today's market hours. Previously, before the market open, I uploaded a video in which I told you that we had to pay extra attention on what happened to this resistance level. If you didn't saw that video, go check it out in my profile. Well, I told you that today was a decisive day for natural gas, since it was going to decide whether it was going to continue going up or started going down and even started making lower lows. So if you can see this low that it made perhaps a week or 10 days ago. So, well, now we have the answer. The answer that it's going to continue going down, making lower lows. It hasn't been this low for about a week. So, well, as we can see here, yesterday, as I told you in the previous video, natural gas was selling off, then consolidating throughout the night, and after pre-market hours were turned on, natural gas was pushing up, sorry, and we could see a really clear resistance right about this 2.666. And well, I told you that we had to pay close attention to that. After it broke this high of 2669 with this candle, it broke it, pushed down. As I told you, when it pushes down, there's a case in which it continues going up or that it just sold off. Here's what's the case that it pushed up. I think that right around this candle, this is a 5 minute, 5 day 5 minute. I want to put it in the 1 day 1 minute. Well, here we can see that when it pushed up, right about here, it pushed up, went down, and perhaps about this candle, as you see here, it pushed down, went up, and didn't have the candle here, so there's not a good time to enter. We just have to wait for confirmation. We could have entered when it started making this reversal, but we don't know if it's going to go down forever or just it's going to break it. So as we don't know, because these candles are forming and we don't know if the candle if it's there, or if it's going to be higher, we don't know which of the three it is. So we have to wait. We have to wait, and you remember the key is consistency, the key is patience, and waiting for the opportunity to make. There's plenty of opportunities in the stock market. So well, here we can see that it was selling off, approached previous support right about this time, previous support, and then it started going up again. I'm going to remove these lines. It's starting going up again. Here we can see this descending channel, but with support in the previous support, and then it broke above the descending channel, above the descending trend line. And when we see this candle forms, these candles that went up and hold it up, perhaps if we don't like the volume, we can wait another one, and the other one we clearly see that the movement is upwards. Here we see the candle, the price action improving in volume, so perhaps here we can enter the trade. And here we see that it followed like 0.01%, sorry, 0.1% here to the lower low, and then it continued pushing up. Perhaps if it would if it breaks downwards into the SMA line, here the green line, we could argue that it's going to continue selling off, so we cut our losses here with a 0.25 loss. But since it didn't do that and continue pushing up, we here, when it makes higher highs, we can scale up our position. We can enter the trade with a little bit more of shares into the UGAZ market. In the US ticker, I'm going to be showing to you next. And here it pushed up and continue pushing up all the way right here with a 0.5% margin of profit. It's a 1% and 1.5% in UGAZ, as we can see here. Here in UGAZ, you can see that here, when the market's open and we have to pay close attention, here we can enter the trade. Right about where NG was. The movements are different, but the ideas are the same. The profits or loss are multiplied by 3, but if you gain 1% in natural gas, you're not going to lose in UGAZ. UGAZ is the same as natural gas in terms of price action moving up or moving down. So here we can enter the trade going up for a 1.6% profit. When we see that it approaches the middle VWAP and gets rejected again, as we can see here in natural gas happen, it's going to this one and getting rejected. Here it's getting rejected. That's the one natural gas, right out 10 from 10 to 10:30. And here in UGAZ, as you can see, it's from 10 to 10:30. That's pre-market hours. You could have took the trade in pre-market hours, and well, then as we can see in natural gas, it started going down, pushed down, pulled back all the way down to the lower VWAP here. But when it crosses the middle VWAP and acted as a resistance several times, we can argue, we can agree that it's a descending pattern, so we can't argue on that. So let's take a look at UGAZ. Right about 12. Right about 12, it's a good time to enter position in DGAZ, right, between 12:15 or something like that. So let's go to DGAZ. Let's see what's happened to DGAZ. DGAZ between 12 and 12:15 here. 12:15, it approaches the middle VWAP. Here natural gas is approaching the middle VWAP, but from a downside direction. Push down. Right here we can enter the trade and benefit from going to these highs. So it's a 1.7% profit. Then it went down again. We can check natural gas. I really like the double charts because we can see that that's how to say it, the inverse CTN at the same time that we are seeing the future. So as we can see here, natural gas was making lower lows and it approached the middle VWAP, starting going down to this high, to this low, sorry, that's the high of DGAZ here, right out here, and then it pushed up again and didn't make it to the middle VWAP and started selling off again. Perhaps we could have entered the trade when it broke above the previous highs. So right about here, when it went up, pushed down, and right about here, enter a trade and follow the price. Right about here, follow the price to the peak. That's a 1% profit. Then we can see here that it went up again and continue selling off. That's a really difficult movement. I wouldn't have traded that because it's really oversold. If you see the higher time frames, perhaps the 30-minute time frames or the 15-minute time frames, you're going to see that, as you can see here, this candle was this movement. Was this the movement going up? And if you can see here, it's really oversold. So it's not a good time to enter a position because on time and on higher time frames, it's really oversold. That means that price is not likely going to continue pushing down in the midterm. Perhaps in the short term, yes, but in the midterm, it's not going to be going down. So well, as we can see here, the higher time frames acted, and it pushed up again, making high highs. You see here, make a higher high and then higher and lower lows. Here it make higher highs and not lower lows. So this is an ascending pattern. We can we have to take into account this high, this local high here, and it's this one. Went up. Sorry, it's that one. And well, we can see that it went down. That's all this movement, and then natural gas was going up. That's this movement. Perhaps this movement is difficult to benefit from, but if you are on the UGAZ territory, you can see that right about here, that's this the ETN that follows the natural gas. So as we can see here, natural gas was selling off, and then it started going up. When it started going up, we can see that this is the highs to break. There's here here there is an ascending triangle, as you can see, ascending triangle. When it broke here with a high volume, really, you can enter the trade, wait for the pullback and enter the trade for approximately 1% profit. Then here it's just quite of a flag, I would say. Perhaps it's preparing to move to the upside, to the 16th price points, but well, it's just really difficult to know. Here it's really inconsistent. It's really not making high highs or high lows anymore. And well, as you can see, that's all for today, because we just can't analyze any more price points. Remember that here in UGAZ there was this in DGAZ this was this just inconsistency, this price like going up and down, just trying to consolidate. And here in UGAZ we see the same, because they are correlated to the natural gas. One is the UGAZ, that's the one that moves the same as natural gas, and the other one is DGAZ, that's the inverse ETN. That means that it moves the opposite that UGAZ makes. So if UGAZ is pushing up, like here, then DGAZ is pushing down. And if UGAZ is pushing down, such as the beginning of the morning, UGAZ is pushing up. Here we can see a really big 5% margin of profit, but again, it's better not to take into account really big trades, because as you know, it's just it's better to profit from the highs and lows from the channels, this ascending channel here. So well, that's that. As you can see right now, the price is trying to break below. It's trying to break below this flag that I was telling you. Here it went down a flag and continue. It's stretching down, consolidation and continuation. Here it's trying to do the same, but in the other way. I think that now, perhaps not now, but it's just waiting for this to go up, like to these highs, pushing back to the resistance, and if price action validates that it's going to go up again, enter the trade for the profit. So well, thanks for tuning in with me. Please hit the like button, subscribe, well, thanks for go see my other videos, please.